Hey guys, it's Rutek. Today we'll be discussing my opinions on the Dell XPS 15 2-in-1, which I've been using for a little over 9 months now. There are pros and cons of using this laptop, and I will be talking with you guys about all of them. But before we do that, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. It really helps out, and also hit the like button so we can reach our goal of 10 likes. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a different approach by starting out with the buying process by showing you guys what is exactly expected of this laptop when you purchase it from Dell's website. I have the $1499 model, so let's have a look at the exact specifications that Dell provides. It comes with a quad-core i5-8305G clocked at 3.8 GHz, 8 GB of DDR4 2400 MHz RAM, a 256 GB SSD, an RX Vega M graphics card with 4 GB of VRAM, a 1080p touchscreen IPS display, and Wi-Fi and Bluetooth wireless capabilities. These are some pretty good specs for being a 2-in-1, but you want to see all of them in action, which is what this video is for. So let's start out by taking a look at the build quality. The outside is complete with sleek aluminum, which isn't anything too fancy since it's pretty common on higher end laptop models nowadays, especially with 2-in-1s. You really get the fancy part when you open it up. The inside of the laptop contrasts the outside with its all-black carbon fiber design. It's very professional looking, which is great because this laptop is perfect for professional work. The keyboard took me some time to get used to, but now I really enjoy typing on this keyboard. The keyboard gives me a surprisingly adequate amount of feedback for being so thin, especially when we think back to Apple's MacBook Butterfly keyboard, which I have used, and trust me, it's terrible. I'll give you guys a sound sample. The trackpad isn't anything special. My only complaint with it is that it feels like it takes too much force to click, which is why I often just use the tapping alternative, because you can just tap instead of pushing down to make it click. It also supports multi-finger gestures, of course, because, it's 2019. Let's talk about what makes this laptop so unique. It's a 2-in-1. That means the screen can fold backwards and turn this laptop into a tablet. At first, I thought this was a really gimmicky feature, but it's really useful. What I use it most for is watching YouTube videos, Netflix, and reading articles, but it can really be used for just about anything you can do with a normal laptop, as you can treat it the same way you do with your iPad, except it can actually do a lot more than an iPad. iPad OS. Luckily, one of the cons of this laptop is one I don't think too many will care about: the camera. It's positioned right below the screen, and it's terrible. For starters, it's a lackluster camera, but that shouldn't come as a surprise. The real two prominent issues is one, it's a terrible angle. I wouldn't want to see someone talking from this angle. And the second issue is this. I don't think I have to explain this one. This laptop does support face recognition sign-in, but there's no reason to use it over the faster, more reliable fingerprint scanner or just a normal key password. Now, even though the fingerprint scanner is a lot faster than the face scanner, that doesn't mean it's fast itself. Usually when I use the fingerprint scanner, it takes a good 2 to 3 times for it to actually work. If you plan on getting the XPS 15 2-in-1, I highly recommend you just use a PIN or a regular password to unlock the laptop, as it'll just save you a lot of time. Now ports, it has a lot of them, but they might not be the ones you're looking for. It comes with 4 USB-C ports, 2 of which also function as Thunderbolt 3 ports, which means support for you external graphics card gamers. It also has a micro SD card reader, a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is an essential part of every mobile device, iPhone. You'll also find a battery indicator on the side, which honestly is where another port should be, but 4 USB-C ports is already pretty passable. Also, it does come with a USB-C to USB 3.0 adapter, which I use for my mouse and zip drives on the occasion. I'll also add that the XPS 15 isn't the lightest laptop, but that shouldn't be expected with the performance this machine is offering, also the aluminum chassis. Let's get to the performance, which is where this laptop really never fails to impress me. The i5-8305G at 3.8 GHz does wonders. I've rendered a few of my videos using this laptop and it gets the job done pretty quick, largely because it has the Vega M GPU to help it out. The fans do get pretty loud when rendering, but it's a thin 2-in-1 laptop and there isn't much you can do to prevent a laptop from making some noise when it's under load, but the XPS 15 2-in-1 does manage to keep it quiet most of the time when doing a bit more than light work. For example, I tested out the laptop and found out that if you're browsing on Chrome, the fans don't really kick in until you have at least 9 to 10 tabs open, one of them being a video stream. Gaming performance has arrived. I know a lot of you are probably wondering how well this machine performs in games, especially because of the unique hybrid Intel AMD processor, as well as the thinness of this laptop. Keep in mind this is not a gaming PC, so you should be impressed if the laptop is able to run the games decently at good settings with a very consistent frame rate. Unfortunately, I have recently reset my laptop because the network drivers stopped working, so I'll have a video on the gaming benchmark results on another video. Now, the battery life is pretty good. I oftentimes get my laptop off of the charger and just lay in bed with my laptop and watch YouTube videos. I don't really game on it when it's not plugged in because it seems like it has an issue where the frame rate jumps from low to high when it's unplugged, but other than that, the battery life is really good. It lasts me a pretty good long time. And usually when I have to charge it, the charger is in reach and I can just throw it on the charger. So the amount of time the laptop stays alive without it being plugged in is pretty good. Now let's talk about my issues with this laptop. So the issues. The most common issue I've had with this laptop is the audio not working after using the laptop for 3 to 4 hours without restarting it. I don't really know the source of the problem and have tried researching without finding any solutions. All the laptop drivers are up to date according to the Dell Update Assistant software, and even resetting the PC hasn't fixed it. It's probably just a defect on my laptop since Dell hasn't released any updates on it. Speaking of the Dell Update Assistant, there will probably be a BIOS update waiting for you if you get a brand new Dell XPS 15 2-in-1. And when you install the BIOS, the fans kick up to what seems like 100%, and it gets extremely noisy to the point where I can hear the fans from another room. I'm not sure if that's normal when you update a BIOS on the laptop or on a Dell laptop or any laptop in general, but that's what this 2-in-1 does. To close off the video, let's ask the question, is the laptop worth it? Well, from all the points I've made and all the things I've presented to you guys, in my opinion, it is. It's fast, durable, reliable, and everything else I've mentioned. I do highly recommend this PC. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out.